Am I the butthole for asking my roommate to avoid cooking a certain meals when my pregnant girlfriend visits? My girlfriend and I are expecting. We don't live together, but we're waiting till the baby's born to figure out our living arrangements. She's 4 months pregnant. There are certain smells that she just cannot tolerate, and my roommate tends to cook some meals with a smell that causes her to be nauseous. That would result in her throwing up and getting sick. I tried to speak to him about it, but he got pretty defensive, saying he has a specific diet that he sticks to and that he didn't see how this was wrong. I cleared things up, saying there was nothing wrong with what he was doing, but asked him to just not cook those specific meals that have a smell that trigger my girlfriend's nausea. He got upset and ranted about how he's a resident unlike my girlfriend who doesn't live here, and said that he can't even consider my request since she's here almost 4 days a week and stays till 10 p.m. I tried to discuss it with him and maybe figure out a compromise, but he bluntly told me he doesn't owe me or my girlfriend any accommodations nor compromises. I thought that was unnecessarily rude and selfish of him. He told me to deal with it or tell her not to come, which was offensive because she's my partner and she's pregnant and I need to make sure she's okay by seeing her weekly. He's avoiding me right now. Am I the butthole? I figured it wouldn't be such a huge deal since it wasn't like I'm telling him to stop cooking at all, just when my girlfriend is over. Info. I can't go to her place because she's currently living with her parents, and I can't go over there because I'm not on good terms with them. All me crazy, but I would say that just had a baby is the absolute worst imaginable time to move house. What are you doing? We are waiting till the baby is born to figure out living arrangements. No, you have a baby coming, you need to figure out where the fudge y'all gonna live before it gets here. You can't ban your roommate from cooking his normal meals. Your girlfriend doesn't have to visit you for most of the week. You can go to her place. Or you can hang in your room if roommate is cooking something she can't handle. But you don't get to make your roommate's life revolve around your baby. He didn't agree to live with a pregnant woman. You're the butthole. I'm going to be cynical and say that the plan is no. The baby's here and we have no time or funds to house search, so girlfriend and baby are moving in here now. You know. Temporarily. And then roommate will be expected to help out / subsidize in some fashion, even if it's just unfairly eating a rise in utilities, or finding everything in the apartment reoriented to the needs of the baby. I mean, it is evident that op needs to figure something out before baby arrives. Cause he can't dump hey you live with a baby now on his roommate, and he can't help with the baby if he doesn't live with the baby. And if he needs to move, he should do that now so he can be settled when baby comes. And Jesus, imagine living with a partner for the very first time when you also have a newborn. What a nightmare that's gonna be. He shouldn't dump that on the roommate, but my finely tuned powers of feminine intuition tell me that's what's going to happen. You're the butthole. Also, waiting until baby is born to figure out living arrangements sounds like a bad idea. You need a plan now. As someone who moved a week before giving birth, yes, that is a very dumb fudging idea. Took me about a year to unpack and get the house how I want it, and it's still not done. You're the butthole. Get your shit figured out before life gets real fun and exciting. You're the butthole. Why on earth are you waiting to figure out living arrangements? This is a really dumb move. She is pregnant with your child, you're not going to have time to figure out a living arrangement once the baby is born, plus the child should be brought home to a stable environment with both of you there. Right there before anything else, this is just classically dumb. Also not your roommate's problem, it's yours. Again, this is why not sorting your own place out is just plain dumb. Don't project your problems onto your roommate. Your roommate is paying rent. Your girlfriend is not. 4 days a week is way too much to expect a roommate to put up with, let alone accommodate. Are you just expecting the roommate to put up with her and the baby being over all the time after the baby is born? That is not okay. You need to get your act together. You're the butthole. You are asking your roommate to avoid cooking food he likes for more than half of the week, in his own home, for someone that does not live there. Get your own place, which it sounds like you will need in 5 months anyway, or hang out at girlfriend's. Exactly. It's his own home, and he should never have stupid restrictions put on him like that. He's paying to live there. The prego girlfriend is not. Also, I'm sure whatever he's cooking is bomb as fudge. You're the butthole. Another example of your selfish behavior, not unexpected since you also think it's fine to have a baby and then figure out the details later. In his defense, I bet it is so much easier to move with the newborns. Am I the butthole for not letting my teenager go to a party she has been excited about for weeks? There is party that my 17 has been excited about going to a Christmas party for weeks. One of her good friends is throwing it. She is very responsible. I trust she won't drink and will be home by curfew. The parents will be home as well. The issue that comes in, we are going to get bad weather. Ice and snow during the night. She does not have a lot of experience driving in snowy/icy weather since she got her license in the summer. Her father and I don't feel comfortable having one of her first solo driving experiences in icy/snowy weather be at night. Her friend's parents don't want anyone staying the night. My husband is an EMT and will be on duty. He has stated multiple times when the weather's snowy and icy it is safer for everyone if people who don't need to be out driving stay off the roads. We told her it would be safer if she stayed home and she would have other parties. She is mad and not speaking to me right now. She yelled that I broke my promise and how I say a person word is everything and to not promise something if you don't mean it in that very butthole. Edit, the friend lives about 30 minutes away. The road crews and first responders are advising people to stay off the roads. If it is what it is predicted to be, it will be bad. Edit 2, parents canceled the party. They are going to reschedule it for later. Nah, I am honestly shocked by all the you are the buttholes. A 30-minute drive in icy and snowy conditions is hard for anyone. Clearly the daughter isn't the but I seriously don't blame the mother for this situation. Also those saying Uber, would you really trust your kid's life in the hands of another person in adverse conditions? The only caveat here is that I would at least tell your daughter that you can play it by ear based on the weather conditions when it nears the party. If it is okay enough, then I would suggest you drive her. I'm honestly livid at the comments saying you're the buttholes. I totaled my car under a weather advisory. The fact that OP is being punished/penalized for listening to EMTs is insane. Forget that most the commenters in AmITheA buttholes are OP's daughter's age. Let's also be honest, we've all been in the daughter's position at one point in our life and can understand. However, it doesn't make the parent the buttholes. Her friend's parents are, no longer, TA, since they canceled the party due to inclement weather conditions. They should cancel, postpone, or allow everyone to stay the night. Not the butthole. You are correct that driving in snow and ice is needlessly dangerous, but you should wait to see what the actual weather does before issuing an edict based on the forecast. I would bring it as up that if it's a blizzard it's not a good idea, but since weather is known to arrive early or late instead of on time according to the Weather Channel, I would be making that decision on the day, not in advance. Not the butthole. She has a right to be upset, but if EMTs are saying to stay off the road, that is precisely what you should do. Last time I drove during a weather/road advisory, I was flung into a ditch, just barely avoiding a pole. They closed the road after because it wasn't the only accident to have occurred there in such a short time period. I'm livid at the AITA comments who expected you to risk both of your lives to drive her to and from a party. People die in these conditions every year, so I can't grasp why you would ignore a warning from EMTs not to go on the roads unless absolutely necessary. Not every setback in life that comes your way was directly aimed at you, and it's time your daughter learns that. She won't be the only one who didn't go because of the weather. Just reiterate that you're not punishing her, and that even your driving skills couldn't guarantee your lives. Even if you drive well, there's no telling who might slide into you. She will get over it. It took me a long time to get over what happened to my car, and nearly happened to me.